Hello, hello.
So I understand you have taken a lot of precautions to protect access at the front door, but we want to share a few thoughts with you about defense in depth. Because no matter how well you protect the front door, someone might be able to get access to credentials, and the real credentials they need to get access is privileged ones. So, do you have a plan on how you protect your privileged identities?
By privilege, do you mean administrators?
Exactly that. People that need administrative access in one or more systems.
So I have a group of administrators. Okay, I have global admins for managing my Azure online services, and I have administrators that are there on prem also, like other administrators and other administrators that come from third party. So I don't know how many administrators do I, or how many privileged access do I give. And currently, I do not have a policy or a strict policy or a mechanism to protect these privileged accounts.
You know, that's a common situation that our customers are in, and we have the solution to that. We have a component that is called privileged identity management, and the first thing that can help you with is identify how many and which administrators you have. So that's the first thing you can do. You can run privileged identity management, and you will get a really comprehensive report on how many administrators you have.
That's a very good point. So tell me about the best practices and how to employ this in our environment.
Great. So as I said, the first thing is to know, right? I mean, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
You will know how many administrators you have, and then you can decide how many administrators you need to have going forward. So you might decide that not all of them are needed, and our recommendation and the best practice is to use the least, the smallest possible number.
Yeah, the least privileged.
Exactly.
This is what
exactly.
we follow.
So when you decide that a couple or not that more than that will be permanent administrators, then what we really suggest is that no one should be a permanent admin besides those couple, and everyone else that needs privileged administration, they need to elevate their user credentials to do that. And in order to do that, we can give you what we call just-in-time administration. So when you decide that these users will still need to remain administrators, but not all the time, then we will call these administrators, we will mark these administrators as eligible. And every time they need to do an administrative task, they will have to go through a process that will take them to elevate their privileges through multi-factor authentication and a workflow that will require approval of other administrators. So if I'm a new administrator and I'm coming in, I will be a normal user the whole day, and when I want to do my administrative tasks for installing something new, to updating passwords of the users or creating users and groups and stuff like that, I will request an elevation of my privileges.
Can I set a policy for an administrator to give him an elevated account, an elevated privilege from?
So that's perfect. Yes, you can set up how these eligible administrative roles will act when someone gets in this group. So all the administrative roles are groups, and you can set proactively policies about these groups. And then whenever someone joins these groups, he will become an eligible administrator and be affected by this policy. So for every kind of privileged account, you can decide for how many hours an eligible administrator can stay as an admin. So when someone becomes a member of this group and elevates his privilege, then he will remain an administrator for the predefined amount of time you have already set in your policy.
Perfect. We were wondering, how can we identify who has access to what exactly from an admin perspective, and also from my third-party guests that are invited to get some access?
This is a common request that we get, so we have developed a solution for that. We call this part access reviews. That means that for your normal users, administrators or not, and most of all for your guest users that you have invited to collaborate in specific parts of your organization, you can start an access review process. That means that an administrator can invite people to do two different things. First of all, respond to a report that if they as individuals still need access to a specific application. So it's an access review based on an application, right? And you will receive an email and a notification in your console that will ask you if you still need access to an application or not. You can say, yes, I will still need access or no, and that will help the administrator to decide if you still need to be a member of a group or get access to an application. But the second thing is that you can get an access review as an owner of a group, as an owner of an application, as a sponsor of people that you have invited, and decide in their behalf based on information we will provide. So we will say that we see this list of users to have access to an application. Please, you as a business manager, as an administrator, as a sponsor of guests, if they need to have access, and we will help you by saying that this person hasn't accessed this application ever. This person has to access this application for 6 months. So that will help you take the decision if they still need access or not.
That's a great feature for delegation also, because my team is taking care of everything now. And this is, I believe, is a very good feature for delegating these tasks to sponsors.
Yeah, that's great. That's how you will make other people responsible for their invitation, especially for guest users, because only the business owners know if there's a need for collaboration anymore or not.
Can we schedule a POC or a pilot, perhaps, to test this or demonstrate this to our team internally on our administrators?
Of course.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.